Hello, Soulshine. It's Michelle here, and I'm inviting you to wake up and live. Just a little update for those of you watching. As soon as I get permission from Google to do it, because it's been so recently since I changed my name, I will be changing my name, my channel name. It's funny because I recently saw somebody changed his name from his company to his name, and it's kind of throwing me off. Not that that's a bad choice he made. It's just a little weird for me. But for me, I got this dream. I got this like expanded vision where my channel was. I was like having this idea of, I want to eventually grow my channel to be like 1 million subscribers. I think that would be really cool. And so I was doing a manifesto, which is basically writing out your dreams. The situation I was writing it in, I ended up writing it in a much bigger fashion. And I was then manifesting, writing out, I want my YouTube channel to have 10 million subscribers. And I know that's pretty crazy. Seems very far-fetched from where I am now, but a part of it was not just listening to me, but having guests come on and share. And kind of in some ways, like I watched Mind Valley, and Mind Valley, they're showing like different things from a lot of places. And I was thinking about that, and I was thinking how awesome it would be to be a channel that, yes, I would share some of the things that's going on for me. I would still present. Oh, I hope you guys can hear me well. I forgot to my microphone. Yes, I would present, but also having guest presenters, guest shows, or whatever. I don't even know. And I'm not even just talking about doing like live interviews. Like that's cool and everything, and I would love to do that. But I'm also talking about just having people record a video, and if it's aligned with what I want to share, and I would schedule it to go on my channel. And I'm starting that now. So I've already put the request out on Facebook if you want to have a guest spot on my channel, record a video, and let me know. You can email me. If you go on my channel in the About section, there's a thing for emailing, and you can click on that and get my address to email me. Or if you have the ability, you can start chats. Like I find chats are different. I guess you could send a link to a chat. Anyway, it seems like you have to know somebody's email address in order to start a chat with them, unless you send them a link. So anyway, just lots of thoughts. But if you want to be a guest on my channel, please, please, please send me a video. And if it's aligned with what I want to teach, and basically anything that helps people to wake up and live, let people to let their soul shines out. Like right now, I'm talking a lot about chakras, and I probably will continue to do that because I'm finding it's very helpful with manifesting to be aware of this kind of thing, or at least to be aware that there's different kinds of manifesting. I'm surprised at how many people they'll use affirmations, which will work to a degree for them. They'll use vision boards, which may not work for them, but they haven't heard of recording their voice and putting it with music, and that's one way to manifest. They haven't learned about different ways of visualizing. They haven't learned about bringing in the senses. A lot of people are talking about mindset. A lot of people are talking about living as if, or acting as if. I prefer to live as if. And a lot of people talk about vision boards, but not as many people talk about recording things, recording your voice and listening back to it. A lot of people aren't talking about what are you doing when it's not working. There's belief work that must be done. I really recently, oh my gosh, just today, holy cow, I discovered a belief. I am eventually going to get to chakras, by the way, because my title says. My belief that I realized today was work equals death. And it's not something new, but there's a new twist to it for me today. To give you a little background on why work equals death for me is, as a single mom, my mother worked 3 to 4 jobs while going to school, and ended up putting herself in a mental health ward because she was suicidal. It was pretty crazy. It was pretty stressful. There was also, my brother was he was not easy for my mom. So there was a lot of things going on. So we had that. And that was it was really terrifying for me to have my mom there. It had a lot of emotions with it to have my mom end up in that situation. And I know people whose moms have actually taken their lives and things like that. And it's a hard place to be in. Whether it actually happened or whether it didn't, it was emotionally really hard, and it created a lot of beliefs for me. And one of them is that work equals death. When I was, as a single mom, going to school, one of the times that I've gone to school 3 different times, about 8 years in between each of them, I'm thinking maybe it's time to go back again. Just kidding. I've just based on the time period. It's about the time that I would be considering going back if I was following the pattern. But one of them, I was doing an American Sign Language program. I was studying to be an interpreter. And here's the thing that happens in the brain with that. I may just go change the title. Maybe I'm just not going to talk about chakras today. I'm so sorry. I don't know I don't think I can change it while I'm on live, and that would be distracting to you guys anyway, but I can change it afterwards. Okay, so what happened is, in sign language, when you're an interpreter, you either are hearing it and then signing it, or you're seeing it and then signing it. And here's the thing. The cognitive, and which means mind, the cognitive processes that happen in your brain are crazy. You are hearing and speaking, or you're not speaking, signing at the same time, which takes 2 different parts of your brain. And normally people activate, the reason people say we use 10% of our brain is because 10% is active at the same time, but depending on what you're doing, different parts will be activated. Well, when you're hearing sign language, or hearing, it's activating the audio part, and then you're doing this, and so you're activating another part with the sign language. And then the same thing happens if you're accepting visual information, and then you're having to put it out with your voice. It's all kind of crazy, right? It's funny that I'm starting to talk about sign language, and so I'm like doing signs. I hardly ever use sign language, but some things are just a part of me. And when I start talking about sign language, or talking about deaf people, or thinking about deaf people, I just start into the sign language. It's kind of cool. I just wish I remembered more. Okay, so you have a lot going on in your brain. Along with that is trying to do all the homework, trying to have time for my son, trying to have time for school, trying to have time for homework. The stress about whether or not I should have a job while I'm going to school. The stress about getting good grades. I mean, like, it is a huge lot of pressure, and I didn't know what was going on at the time. I now know what it was looking back on it, based on new knowledge and what happened again. Okay, so I got to a point where the brain fog in my brain was so bad that I could not hear, I could not carry on a normal conversation. I would hear people say something, my brain would go, I should know what you're saying, but I have no clue. Like, I really, seriously, like, the connections in my brain were fried. I now know that what I was experiencing was adrenal fatigue, and because I was so stressed and running so high on everything, I was shutting down. There were so many, like, the stress hormones, like the things that it was just way out of balance. I can't remember what the adrenals put out right now. Maybe it's the cortisol, and like the cortisol levels get so high. I think that's what it is. So anyway, I was super stressed, and I was shutting down, and my brain was shutting down, and I ended up having to quit school. And it was all pretty crazy. This is what happened to me when I was trying to do too much. And then a few years later, I'm in school again, and now I'm a single mom again after having been married for a few years. And this time, not only did I have my son, I had 5 more kids. My youngest was an infant, whereas the first time my youngest was in kindergarten and first grade. So now I've got 5 children between the ages of 0 and 6 years old, and trying to go to school again, trying to have the pressure of taking care of the kids, pressure of living with parents, which can be stressful if you've lived away from them. It's especially stressful. I was in postpartum depression because my hormones were all out of whack. I was trying to go to school. I didn't get breaks. Like my Christmas break, I had to work through my Christmas break. Like I didn't have a regular job and I didn't get paid, but because of the state assistance I was on, I didn't get a break. I never got a break. If I was going to be off school for any length of time, I had to still put in so many hours of work. So I had this like service project kind of work that I was doing. So I never got a break. And I started having the symptoms again. This time I recognized what they were and knew that if I kept going, they would be a problem. So I cut back my hours in school, and it was kind of, it was a really crazy, interesting time. And it was really scary. It is really scary when you can't keep track of anything, especially when you were a person that never needed a planner because you just knew everything that was going to happen. When you start losing your brain, I can't even imagine what it's like to have Alzheimer's or dementia, because just having the adrenal fatigue brain fog is so scary, so scary. And a part of what it is this fear of dying. Work equals death. And so instead of dying, my body says, shut down, which is kind of a form of death, but it's not the same kind of death as like a full-on death. But it says, shut down. You need to stop so that you don't die. So this is where I've been living my life for a long time, and it's all based on this fear of dying. Now, here's the crazy thing about it today. Okay, so I'm aware that in my brain right now, until I can change it, death equals or work equals death. Now, here's the other belief that I've had going that I wasn't aware of until today. Money equals work. So even with my channel, like I was like, I could only grow it so far, because if it becomes work, then I won't be able to do it. And if it makes money, then it's work, because in my mind, money equals work. And so if it ever became work, or if it ever made money, then it's work. And then it's bad, because then work equals death. And so if money equals work and work equals death, then actually money equals death. And so this is this great, amazing belief that I have going on. And one of the important things that we have to do is look at our beliefs. And especially if you're a heart person, it's really like everybody needs to work on their beliefs, make sure that they have positive beliefs, make sure their beliefs are serving them. Some people, their beliefs are not that bad. For some of us, it's really bad. And if you're a heart person, because of where we restore our beliefs, which is new information to me, but because of where we store our beliefs, it's really, really important that we work on our beliefs and change our beliefs. There are some other chakra dominant people that need to really work on their beliefs. Okay, so because I have 2 reasons why. One, I told my Facebook group that I was going to be on live talking about chakras, and because I put the title. So here's a chakra bit. I've talked about heart chakra dominance, or different chakras being dominant. And last time I talked to you guys, I said that you have a chakra and you have a dominant chakra. And that if your dominant chakra is here, then your support chakra is here, because they're opposite and they make this circle. Still true. still very helpful. So if you know that your dominant chakra is one of the 6 that are not the heart, use the one that makes a circle off of it. So they all go, here's the heart, and then it goes like this, and it works up. And so they make this circle path, and they make a circle path through the heart. Okay, that's not a circle path. That is a figure 8 or an infinity path. So you've got that going on. Awesome. There's another layer to it. There's lots of layers. I have a friend, she does layers of communication, so she loves the layer stuff, so she's going to like this. Your chakras have a unique firing order for you. So maybe, like for me, like the energy likes to settle in my heart first and then move up to my crown and down to my throat. Then it goes to third eye, and it goes to sacral, and then it goes to solar plexus and root. Everybody's is going to go their own way. So somebody may have it come all the way down into the root and then go up to the third eye and then go to the solar plexus, or maybe they're dominant 3 or all lower chakra, or, like everybody's going to have the 3. And I say dominant 3 because I believe that there are 4 chakras that you must take care of. You need to take care of and have all of your chakras balanced and going well, but there are 4 that you must take care of. And the first 3, so where it comes down here and then goes up here and goes here, those are vital for me in order to feel like I'm healthy and living a successful life. It's the 3 areas that are most vital. They're also going to be 3 areas that if I do my heart work, I do my prayer work, higher meditation stuff, and I vocalize, express things, if I use those 3 together, they're going to be more powerful as manifestors. So if you're a sacral chakra person, followed by a third eye person, followed by the voice person, then you're going to find that when you do the things that involve the 5 senses, so vision, hearing, taste, smell, touch, experiential things, when you do that kind of visualization, and you add mindset and more visualization here with the second, and then they said that they were throat, so when they speak it, these people are just going to be on fire with their manifesting. I know people like this. I could tell. I'm not sure about the order of these 2, which one was for this one presenter, but I could tell those were his just because that's what he emphasized in his sayings, was those 3 things. And he was having magnificent success. And I know another one that, judging by it, he's got some visual going on. His isn't as experiential, so his is going to be a lot more here than down here. And he's got some voice stuff going on. And then I think his other chakra is probably the root, because he's very much about systems and having routines, and that's been super supportive of him, and that's what he shares about. So it's pretty fabulous to think about it, and to think if you pull in the 3 most dominant chakras, your 3 most dominant, and you combine those, that's your magic. So I told you there was 4 chakras to take care of. The 4th one is your weakest, your lowest one, which is my root chakra. That's my one that I get to take care of the most. Interestingly enough, with my belief about death, the root chakra is about being alive. It's about being in this world, and it's about belonging, and it has schedules and routines. Well, schedules and routines feel like work to me, and so therefore they equal death. The root chakra is about being alive, and my big fear is death. So it's really kind of funny that they're all in there together. And belonging has been a challenge for me, feeling like I belong. So if I work on my lowest chakra, my weakest chakra, that will help support all of me. But the magic happens with the top 3, and you want to take care of your weakest, because that's going to be where some of your most limiting beliefs are going to be held. That's when some of your biggest blockages are going to be. And so if you can heal that and power that up, then you've got that support system behind the magic. Interesting to think about, huh? So I am going to change the title of this, but it's going to be, I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to word it, and the chakras will become sucking. So I am going to change the title of this because I want to make sure that people understand it's not just about it. Only the first half is. Or the last half is chakras, the first half is something else. Thank you for watching. I'm going to go on Facebook now. I've got some things to do on Facebook and Facebook Lives and stuff. I don't do Facebook Lives very often. Kind of going to be interesting. I don't like it as much, and I've been kind of figuring out why. And I think it's because people come to my channel and they watch, and they're going to subscribe or not subscribe if they like what I watch. But on Facebook, people are my friends for a lot of different reasons. And so I get nervous that people are going to watch it and they're not going to like it. And it's a different dynamic. I don't have a problem going on live in my Facebook groups, and I don't have a problem going on live on my my page. It's my personal channel and I think it's because I have so many different people, and I still have a bit of a people pleaser in me. Okay, so that's it for today. Remember, let your soul shine big, bright, live, and beautiful. And I will see you guys soon. Hopefully tomorrow. I've not been super consistent like I want to be. And remember, if you've got a video that you would like to record and share with me, please do so. It would be so fabulous. If I don't have one for Saturday, I wonder, I may send... I don't know. Not sure what I'm going to do, because I want to do Soul Shine Saturdays and inviting other people to let their soul shine. So please let me know. I really want to have somebody maybe do an interview on Saturday if nobody wants to record ahead of time. If you prefer live interviews, go ahead and come be on an interview with me. That would be awesome too. Okay. So have a great, great day, and I will see you guys tomorrow.